Welcome back, Star Wars fans, to episode 142 of Reynolds Reviews. And on today's episode, we're going to take a look at some lovely gifts that I received this week and the latest prototype figure from the Retro collection. Cue the march. Welcome back, everyone. Now, like I said in the intro, I've been very, very lucky this week and received a few lovely gifts from some very, very good friends. So we're going to take a look at those today, but we're also going to take a look at the latest offering in the prototype figures from the Retro collection. So let's jump straight in and take a look.
Okay, so the first gift, everyone, was sent to me by my good friend Jason over at Travels with Jason F. Great YouTube channel, lovely guy, and he sent this to me. He knows I'm a big M.A.S.K fan. Jason himself has just started getting into M.A.S.K, and he's just joined us on the UK M.A.S.K Facebook group as well. And inadvertently, Jason came into a few of these. He got about 4 or 5 in the end. I won't tell you the story, but just it was an accident, and he ended up with 4 or 5 of them. He's obviously sent one out to me, which I didn't know was coming, so thank you, Jason. He sent one out to another couple of friends as well, but then the 2 remaining books he put in the group for free and offered them up for nothing to the first 2 people in the group that claimed them. So that's a very, very generous gesture on your part, Jason. Thank you for doing that in the group. That was really nice of you. But this is, you'll remember a couple of weeks ago, I got the action book off Tarrant, so now I've got the annual off Jason, and I've never actually had one of these before. So let's just take a look. So straight away in the front cover, the first thing I noticed, I think Monkey Boy on Monkey Boy's Toys said this the other week, that £3.50 kind of feels quite expensive for 1986. I don't know if that's just me, but, and we've got, look at that, we've got even a name at the top, Darren Porter, so that's obviously who it belonged to at some point. I love stuff like that. So obviously we've got some of the stories, quite different actually to the action book. That's really cool. So I'm going to have a blast reading this. Thank you, Jason. I really appreciate you sending this. Like I said, I had no idea this was coming. And then in 2 remaining copies, he offered them for free in our Facebook group, which was just really nice of him. So, Jason, thank you so much. I love that. I'm going to make sure I read that. I really will enjoy doing it. So, yes, thank you again, Jason. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, and the next thing I received was this absolutely lovely copy of Classic Creatures from Return of the Jedi. Now, I got this from good old VTR Dave. Now, you may recall a couple of weeks ago, I wasn't able to go to Echo in the end because of the rail strikes. But I've got some good friends that did go, and bless them, they were clearly thinking about me while they were there. And Dave picked up for me this lovely VHS tape. Now, he knows that I'm a big fan of old Star Wars VHS tapes, and he got this for me. Look at that. Look at that image on the front there. We've got Jabba and Princess Leia in her slave outfit in Jabba's palace. Really lovely front cover, and then we've got the back just showing us how they created all the monsters, all Jabba's goons, Death Star as well. Now we have actually got an old VHS and DVD combi in the attic, so I'm going to drag that out and I'm going to give this a watch because I think this will be great. I've never actually seen this before either, and when I say that I don't mean I've never seen it, the actual video. I've never seen this copy. I've never actually seen this video before. But yeah, I'm going to have a blast watching that. So thank you, Dave. I really do appreciate it. Just the fact that you were thinking about me and you know, thought that you would pick this up for me, you know, it's very generous of you. Yeah, I really do appreciate it. I'm definitely going to enjoy watching that. I'm going to drag the VHS player out and we'll watch that. So yeah, really, really love that. And that's going to display great as well on my VHS shelf. So yeah, thank you again, Dave. Absolutely love that. Can't wait to watch it. Okay, so let's move on to the final gift. And there we go. And what is the best gift to send Luke at Reynolds Reviews? Of course, it's a vintage Luke Bespin. So this was sent by our Sai, good old manga fandanga. So again, whilst he was at Echo, you know, it was really nice to hear that people were disappointed that weren't able to attend. And Sai knows I'm a big fan of this figure, and I am a bit of an army builder with this figure, and picked me up a Luke Bespin. Now, I already had some spare accessories, so I had a blaster and a saber all ready for him when he arrived. But look at that. So our Sai bought me a Luke Bespin. So even though I weren't there, boys, it really does feel like I was in a way. The fact that you've sent me, Dave, you sent me the VHS tape, and Sai, you've sent me this Luke Bespin. It really kind of makes me feel that I was there with you, really. So thank you so much, boys. But look at this guy. How cool is he? He can never have too many. He's in really good nick as well. He did a really good job picking this guy outside. So I would say, what, maple sort of beige hair? There he is. he's in great condition. Plenty of paint on his hair. His belt looks in great nick as well. What's the COO? Can we see that? There we go. Hong Kong, 1980. Yeah, he's awesome, Si. And he will be taking his rightful place in the Luke Bespin army. So thank you again, boys. I really do appreciate it. Okay, and there we go. So the latest offering in the prototype edition from the Retro Collection is Luke Skywalker in his Snowspeeder outfit. Now, I've got to admit, I was a bit underwhelmed when I first saw this figure come out in the board game, in the Retro Collection. I was a little bit, I weren't keen on his visor, the fact that it was solid. You know, I really wanted the visor to be sort of transparent on the original figure, but I did grow to love it. But I've got to admit, in this prototype edition, I think it works really well. I love that card. I mean, look at I've always liked these iridescent sort of pop art style cards. When the light hits it, look at all those colours, pinks and greens, yellows, blues, that looks amazing. And I've got to admit, I really do like the image they've used on this card as well. That sort of cartoon style image, I think it works really well. And the Retro Collection stickers don't really offend me on these. What I do like about them is, one, they've made them smaller. They're far smaller than the massive red stickers that we get on the original lines of the Retro Collection. And they've made them sort of in keeping. They've changed the colour, so sort of blue and green with those sort of little dots on, little pixels. So I actually think it suits the card, so they don't bother me. So I'm gonna leave that on. But classic Star Wars logo with the racetrack. And I don't know if you recall on the Stormtrooper, they've solved the glitch in the... If you remember, when the light hit the Stormtrooper card, it wasn't reflective. There was certain areas that weren't reflective, and there was a big line around the edge of the racetrack as well that wasn't reflective. So I don't know what happened there, but they've solved that. Let's take a look at the back. So the back of these cards, again, are a bit underwhelming. Obviously, we do get a really nice image at the top. Again, look at all those colours. Works really well. But the back of the cards are all the same halfway down, but we do get a nice image at the top there, which I do like. So the version I got is the red-haired yellow body, orange and green legs, purple and blue arms with a red sabre. Now, I've not actually seen any different colours of this one. I've seen two other people with these, and they've got the same colour scheme as me, so I'm assuming there are different colours. I've just not seen any yet. So I've got the red sabre and the grapple gun as well. So I really do like these. And I am going to keep picking them up, but it's all dependent on the characters, I've got to be honest. Now, I missed out on the Vader originally. Weirdly, when the Vader came out, I weren't really fussed. I didn't really think anything of it. I didn't try to pick one up. But then, of course, they brought Boba Fett out, which straight away invested me in the line. And since then, I kind of guess it really depends on the figure they bring out. You know, they brought out the Stormtrooper, which, again, because it's a figure that I liked in the original line, I wanted. But then when they brought Chewbacca out, I had no real pull to that, you know. I passed on it. I'm not bothered about it in any way, you know. It doesn't pull me towards it. And then they brought this guy out, and again, I liked this guy, so I thought I'd pick him up. So will I keep going with the prototype figures? Probably yes, but it is largely dependent on the figures they bring out. It has to be a figure that I like, regardless of the style. You know, I do quite like this style. I do like the card. I know they're not for everybody. But Chewbacca isn't a figure that I was that bothered about in the original line, so I passed on it. So yeah, it all depends on the figures they bring out. If they bring out a figure that I liked anyway, I mean, we never had this one in the original line, but I do like it. It's very, very X-Wing Luke, isn't it? So I will pick them up. But if they bring out a figure that I'm not bothered about, I'll probably pass on them. So I'm never going to have a full run. I mean, the Vader one is extremely expensive now anyway, but yeah. So yeah, there we go. Only a quick look at this, but I do like it. I do like this prototype style. I know, again, a lot of people really don't like them, but I love the card and the way they do it with that iridescent shine to them and the style. I do like them, so I will continue to pick them up. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are about these prototype figures in the comments. I mean, do you like this style? Do you not like this style? Why don't you like it? Or why do you like it? Let me know, because I do like them, but I think it took them bringing out a figure like Boba Fett that I really like to get me pulled into them. Because when the Vader was released, I really weren't fussed at all. So let me know your thoughts. Okay, let's jump back in and we'll just wrap things up. And there we go, everyone. Everything back on the table. And I just want to say again, a big thank you to Jason over at Travels with Jason F. Thank you, Jason. I absolutely love this annual. I'm going to give it a good read. Going to really enjoy going through that. And I didn't have one until you sent this. I didn't have one of these, which is strange, really, because they're not particularly expensive. I thought I would have picked one up. But yeah, so thank you. I really do appreciate it. Massive thank you to our side, good old Manga Fandanga, for getting me the Luke Bespin from Echo. Love that. Really do. Never have too many of those figures, and he will be taking his rightful place in the Luke Bespin army. Another big thank you to good old VTR Dave as well for picking me up this classic VHS tape, Classic Creatures, Return of the Jedi. I'm going to love watching that. Again, like I said, never seen it, but never actually seen this video itself. Didn't even know it existed, so really going to enjoy that, and that is going to display fantastic on my VHS shelf. And then, of course, the Retro Collection Prototype Edition Luke Skywalker Snowspeeder. Again, jump in the comments, let me know what you think about these figures. Let me know what you think about this figure specifically. Do you like it? Do you not? But the collection as a whole, do you like the style? Do you not like the style? Let me know your thoughts. I really would appreciate it. Yeah, so there we go, everybody. What I do want to say just before I go, though, is you will have noticed that I have finally limped over the line of 1,200 subs now. If you recall, if you watch the channel closely, you may recall a couple of months ago I did say I was going to do a giveaway for a Boba Fett poster. The poster is one of my own original Boba Fett figures. I've got a friend who's into photography and he produced this poster, and I did say that once I hit 1,200 subs I was going to give it away. I haven't forgotten. It's just taken me that long to limp over the line, but we are finally there at 1,200 subs, so keep an eye on the channel. In the next couple of weeks I am going to give that away. We will be picking a winner, so yeah, look out for that. Next couple of weeks we will be giving that away. But there we go, everyone. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by and giving me a shot. I hope you'll consider leaving a like and subscribing. And if you're one of my existing viewers and existing subscribers, thank you for sticking with me, everyone. I know I say it all the time, but I really do appreciate it. Leave any comments or questions in the comment section below. I always read everyone's comments and get back to everybody. And as always, keep collecting. I'll see you next time.